Welcome back, everybody. We returned to Dark Souls 3. Last time we took out that chunky monkey mini-boss. This time, though, we're facing a real boss who is absolutely giganormous. As big as 5 oversized grandmothers put together and then some. We'll kill a couple basics before we move up the ladder and head into new territory. This was stuff that I had never played. Well, in fact, I guess I did get into a little bit of it in the network stress test. But we'll walk our way back to where we need to go. This is kind of a cool area where the enemies climb over the edge, but we surprise them. So that's just a shortcut. Don't need to head up that way. Instead, we will run and exit the roundabout a different direction. If you guys are enjoying these videos, make sure to give them a thumbs up, bringing all the cool pre-release Dark Souls 3 stuff your way. Game is just gorgeous. Can't get enough of how pretty it looks. The lighting and stuff. Man, I know there was that huge downgrade of Dark Souls 2, but I don't think there is going to be any downgrade of Dark Souls 3 because this stuff looks ridiculously good, and I played what was a near final build of the game, so not a whole lot of concern or worry there. Grab some souls, again with the items just like everywhere, not wanting to waste time trying to make that jump, so we'll just head towards the next boss encounter. It's a very cool boss encounter, mind you. So excited to play that one today. This guy, thinking he's some cool dude, taking out a lot of my health. This is the part of the show where I got slightly careless because I wanted to speed up. I wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything. And you know how carelessness and a desire for speed mesh with Dark Souls. Not that well. So I've got a couple Estus flasks. I am embered, if that's what we want to call it. So I will head to the boss. We'll skip all those battles just because they take quite a long time and go straight into the encounter. Who is this big dude? What's his name? Vort of the Boreal Valley. He is a masterful monstrosity, and I'm going to throw some fire bombs which don't do so well. He's got this frostbite status effect that he will inflict upon you. The best way to beat him seemed to be rolling close to his body. Because he's got a humongous weapon that doesn't do well in close quarters, and I felt way faster than him, even at the low level that I was currently in the game. So he's got some cool attacks. He strikes up some sparks as he shreds you and dreads you and tries to undead you with his frostbitten club. He's like a beast/knight. One of the cooler looking bosses I've seen in a while. I just really liked his form. Something about him spoke to me, and I got him almost dead on the first try here without using barely any Estus flasks. He's entered his second stage here where he's much more aggressive, and he comes charging at you, just ramming you back and forth, and then he has this ridiculous ice breath that you got to get out the way of. Luckily, it's pretty easy to avoid and dodge that breath. I was trying to see if I had anything else. I was going to apply the gold pine resin. Bad move as he came in acting real rude and was going to tear me apart limb from limb. So as with most bosses in Dark Souls, the first try is never the final one. So we are frostbitten and we die, losing a lot of health. But now I've learned his moveset, and we'll run through this area so you can see just what it looked like here. I'm not going to fight. Well, maybe I do fight a couple of the guys. Actually, I don't think I'm going to fight any of them. But that way you can at least see what the area looks like. A lot of these sword and shield and then pike and shield enemies, kind of like a knight we fought back on the high wall of Lavalier. Okay, so he is ready for action. I am here ready to go. I'll gold pine resin up my sword, and we will get into the battle. This time I did a lot better with the dodges. Didn't take a whole lot of damage. I'm not even embered. I don't even have an ember to use here, so we had to be a little bit more cautious because of the fact that I didn't have a ton of health. But again, staying in his crotch region seemed to be the best way to go. And I was getting pretty stressed here because I knew I needed to beat him to progress and make sure I saw everything in the demo. But like I said, doing good with the rolls, getting out of the way of his icy breath. We've got him halfway dead, or even 60% dead, before burning any of our Estus flasks or anything. So now we can come in, deal a little more damage. He does a bit to us. And he's going to begin his charge routine here. And it's very important to dodge his charge routine because he will take you out quite quickly if you're not careful. So rather than face off against him in the corners, I almost bit the dust by doing that. So rather than doing that, we should face him in open territory. I will chug some of these. Luckily, I avoid the frostbite, and he is now going to try and flatten me. But I make it out, and his charge comes at me. It took me a little while to learn. I've got that extra stamina up. But if you dodge out the way, you can block or dodge out the way. Dodging is a much stronger and smarter option. The music, again, really epic. Charges up his icy breath, and I get frostbitten. That was my mistake. I thought it didn't have as much range as it did, but at least you get to see that it does have quite a huge range. So we're burning through some Estus flasks, but we're also burning through his life bar as we attack the behind region of this boreal beast. Okay, so dealing more damage, trying to stay cautious. He's stunning me a lot with his quick attacks. That's why dodging is a whole lot of a better idea. But I'll mix up the blocks with the dodges. And again, we keep striking his hindquarters, rolling underneath him and behind him, getting in every ounce of damage that we can, and really chipping away at this dude's life bar. He's just about done. I'm out of Estus Flask, so this is where we have to put the pedal to the metal and rip the metal from this guy's body. He's going to charge up an Ice Blast, and that will be the last thing he ever does, because we vanquish the fool and kill the heir of fire. Achievement pops. We're ready to go. Ember restored, and we can light the bonfire here. I kind of want to head back and level up a little bit, but let's see what is beyond these doors. Actually, should I travel back? No, I won't. Alright. See what's beyond these doors first, and then we shall level up. They said if I held up this symbol on the wall, that I'd be taken to the next area. It looks so cool. All these vistas are just humongous and beautiful. So we show the banner, the emblem. We raise it high. Don't know what's going to happen. This guy has to be terrified right now. Nothing happens. And oh my god, is it a double boss rush? Hello, Brain Bat. These guys don't look friendly, but they are carrying creatures, so they'll take us away to the next land, which is the coolest area that I got to play and that no one had seen before, and has a boss that is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Okay, so these guys carry us off, drop us at a new locale. It's a village full of freaky deaky demons. The Undead Sanctuary doesn't sound promising, and boy is it not, at least from an enemy standpoint. But from a fun craziness standpoint, this is a sight to behold. So we start up on these castle walls, and I'm like, you know what? Let's light the bonfire. Probably a smart idea. I've got Estus flasks. Gonna dip things out of my inventory and see what we got going on there. I've converted all my Estus flasks, or all my flasks to Estus, since I haven't been using a whole lot of the arts. The area begins with this big open area, a lot of inner demon warfare, or inter-demon warfare, I guess, between rival factions down on this bridge-like area that reminds me a lot of the bridge from Bloodborne, although no giant hairy tree beast. So you've got some skeletons wandering around, not really harming anybody, but we'll clear them out just to be extra safe. And then up ahead there's some dead dogs battling with the skeletons, but it seems like they've got their own war. So I can take one or two out just to grab the extra souls, but no real need to get too crazy. They fought off most of each other themselves, so we'll ragdoll our way into the corner and burn some stamina and beat that dude down. So they pulled close the gate. Clearly we're not welcome here. There's a Reaper fool of sorts on the other side, and also a switch. So we'll pull this lever and open up the path forward, where we shall find these dudes. Lantern carrying long legs that seem like they're straight out of Harry Potter gone zombie. There's quite a few enemies actually in this area that remind me of Harry Potter, and we will come across all of them in due time. First though, let's light the bonfire, head back to base, and level up. You can see where we're at and see how some of that stuff works now that we've put quite a few points into it. Gorgeous view here of the wall. That's a nice one. We'll teleport back. I'll cut the load screen out so you don't have to worry about that. And we'll head to Firelink Shrine. Bam, we're here. Hello. What is up? Level up, girl. Grant me your grace. Give me your peace. but don't show your face. It's probably not very pretty. She's sitting down. She thinks her job's done, but it's not. I have leveling up to do, and so we will pour our points. Grab 1 for vigor, or not. Grab 1 for strength. Trying to see what stats they affect here, or not. Moving through. I also have some souls to cash that I think will do, but this just gives you more of an opportunity to check out the stat screen here as we move along. I am going to cash in my souls, and I'm going to use the soul that I got from the boss. Because this isn't the build that I'll carry forward with, it doesn't really matter to have that for any future date or any weapon crafting or anything like that. So I'm just going to cash it in so I have the most souls possible, so I can get the farthest along the trees as possible, and then, you know, make sure that I reach the end of this demo, which I indeed did. Alright. What is up, blacksmith? Can you boost my weapons here? I hope you can. Put some gems in. Alright. Still got that all set. Nothing to reinforce. Cool. Alright. Goodbye, friend. It's a really pretty environment here. I'm going to use that. I wanted to make sure there was nothing I could buy/build with it right away. So we'll cash it in. And now I'm going to buy some embers from this lady for my journey forward. They come in handy. I can pick up some fire bombs as well if I want, but embers are the priority. Fire bombs will come with us as well. They definitely help me out a lot with enemies I'd never faced before, giving me a chance to learn them at a lower HP level rather than taking them on, you know, in full force. So we'll head back and return to the Undead Sanctuary, where you'll get to see quite a few creepy folks. So those guys are still duking it out and battling, but we'll bring our hatred upon this unsuspecting customer of my chop shop. He goes down. There are bodies hanging from the trees, cages dangling as well, and it is a pretty spooky area. These guys look mighty nasty. Pitchfork people, they go down easily. They've got a lot of bark, but not a whole lot of bite. We can block them and take them out in 2 hits. So they're tall, they're lanky, they're a little bit eerie, but they leave our presence quite quickly. I believe here is where you're going to get to meet the other Harry Potter enemy who freaks the heck out of me. I think it's in this room. Got dead bodies dangling. We'll cut that down. Grab a little leather shield. This is real freaky. Super dark. Not really sure what's coming at us here. I hear noises though. Something's down, and there it is! The wicked sorting hat with a body that does not make my body very happy. Evil hats hiding on the walls, crawling on the ceilings. They will get you from anywhere. They've got weapons. They do a lot of weird stuff, and they're nasty as heck. Alright, we'll cut this body down if we can, and I fall off into a pit of pitchfork bonanza. A lot of dudes down there. And they are all worshipping something by the tree. It looks like a big body, or I don't know. I don't know if I'm supposed to go this way. It seems quite the painful path, so we'll instead circle back towards where we were and make sure we didn't miss anything. And there are more hat creatures down here. These guys are freaking me out. They just got that feel, that Dark Souls vibe that makes your skin crawl. Goosebumps are popping. And it is not a pretty picture as I'm freaking out facing these guys who are throwing daggers, slashing away. We've also got these weird cages of bodies. Luckily, they don't move. Okay. Good news, gumdrops. Let's just get out of here, okay? Gonna use, not use that apparently, but equip the fire bombs. We will. Okay, so there's a bridge to the right. I think it looks like a good place to head. Rather than deal with all of these crooks by the bonfire, this bridge looks nowhere near as pleasant as I was hoping. More bodies hanging, and then a whole bunch of these guys with cleavers. Not too nice. They deal a decent amount of damage, even though they do go down quickly, so you do want to be careful not to take a whole lot from them. Instead, get that rupturing hit, which is good, and we'll chug a Nestus as we move along here. Cutting our way to what seems to be a secret path. Hello? Where are we? Well, there is another hat demon. One on the wall, a couple on the roof. Telling you, these dudes crawl out of Harry Potter. They weren't content with children's books. They wanted adult horror. And so they're bringing all of that lusciousness straight to us. Chain wielders, what is going on? Holy crap. I do not like these guys. They're like evil elves. Hats gone wrong. Demon children that got stuck in hats. I don't even know how you describe them, but they freaked me the heck out. And that is where we'll leave today. Another boss is on the horizon, along with some more scary, freaking weird enemies. This area is super cool. If you want to see more, make sure to hit that like button. Let me know in the comments below what you're thinking of the game thus far. I will bring it your way soon. Until that time, everybody, thanks again for watching. Fantastic day. Love you all. Drink so much. We'll see you all later.